John-18 is one of the most heartbreaking chapters in the Bible. It is the night betrayal kissed loyalty. The night fear silenced courage. The night darkness appeared to be winning. Jesus walked into the garden knowing exactly what was coming. He knew Judas was on his way. He knew the soldiers were carrying weapons. He knew false accusations were waiting. He knew pain was coming. Yet he did not run. He did not hide. He did not change his location. He stood his ground. Because purpose will make you face things that fear wants you to avoid. When the soldiers arrived, Jesus stepped forward and asked, "Whom seek ye?" They answered, "Jesus of Nazareth." And Jesus replied, "I am he." The moment he spoke those words, the soldiers fell backward to the ground. Think about that. The same men who arrested him were knocked down by the power of his voice. Jesus was not captured because he was powerless. He surrendered because he was purposeful. They did not take his life, he gave it. Somebody needs to hear this today. Just because you are under attack does not mean God has lost control. Sometimes God allows what he could stop because it is part of a greater purpose. Then comes one of the saddest moments in the chapter. Peter denied Jesus 3 times. The same Peter who said, "I will die for you." The same Peter who drew his sword in the garden. The same Peter who was bold in public became fearful under pressure. And before we judge Peter, many of us have been there. Not denying Christ with our words, but denying him with our silence. Compromising when we should have stood firm. Staying quiet when we should have spoken truth. Yet even after Peter failed, Jesus did not give up on him. Because your failure may surprise you, but it never surprises God. God knew Peter would fall before Peter ever stood. And he still called him, he still loved him, he still had a future for him. John-18 reminds us that betrayal does not stop God's plan. Judas betrayed him and Peter denied him. The religious leaders rejected him. The crowd turned against him, yet God's purpose kept moving forward. Because people can betray you, but they cannot cancel what God has ordained. They can talk about you, they can leave you, they can misunderstand you, but what God has spoken over your life cannot be destroyed by someone else's decision. The chapter ends with Jesus standing before Pilate, falsely accused, rejected, humiliated, standing silent while lies fill the room. That is where many people are today. You are trying to defend yourself against every accusation, trying to explain yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you, trying to prove your worth to people who have already made up their minds. But Jesus teaches us something powerful. Not every attack deserves a response. Not every accusation deserves your energy. Not every battle is yours to fight. Sometimes God will defend what he called. There is something devastating about John-21, not because of what Jesus says, but because of where he finds Peter. Peter had sworn he would die for Christ. Instead, he denied him 3 times. The man who once walked on water now could not even stand for the one who called him there. So what does Peter do? He goes back to fishing. Not because he loved fishing more than Jesus, but because shame has a way of convincing you that your calling is over. Some of the greatest tragedies don't happen when people fail. They happen when people believe God is finished with them because they failed. Peter spent the whole night casting nets and caught nothing. Because you will never find fulfillment in returning to the life God already called you out of. Then, as dawn broke, Jesus stood on the shore. Notice this, Jesus did not wait for Peter to clean himself up. He did not demand an apology before showing up. He came looking for the broken man. He prepared breakfast before he prepared a sermon. That is the heart of God. He feeds wounded souls before he restores broken destinies. Then came the question that pierced deeper than any sword. "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" Not "Why did you fail me?" Not "Why did you deny me?" Not "Can I trust you again?" Just "Do you love me?" Because your future is not built on your perfection, it is built on your love for Christ. 3 denials, 3 questions, not to shame Peter, but to heal him. Every question erased a wound. The same man who failed publicly was trusted publicly to preach. Your failure does not have the final word. Jesus does. John-21 reminds us that grace doesn't merely forgive the past, it commissions the future. So if you have gone back to your boats, if shame has convinced you your purpose is over, if you have been carrying the weight of yesterday, listen carefully. Jesus is still standing on the shore, calling your name and asking, "Do you love me?" Because when your answer is, "Yes, Lord, you know that I love you," his answer is still the same. Follow me.